Okay, good day. I've been asked by a student to help with physics. Okay, before I continue with this video, may I please request you to like, subscribe, and share the content with your peers. Okay, so these are the tutorials due on the 1st of April this year. Okay, I'm not gonna do everything because I don't want to rob them the opportunity to learn, right? But I might assist where they struggle with. I was requested to assist with question 2, question 5, and question 6. Okay. Looking at question 2, we are given this equation here. We are given this equation over here. Okay, then they further give you the dimension of each variable, of which we have v, we have x, and we have t as our variables, and then given their dimension respectively as l over t and t. Okay, so now this equation, it's v is equals to 1 over 8 p x of t squared. Now looking at your question, it says what must be the dimensions of the variable p such that both sides of the equation have the same dimensions. Show how you determine the answers. They further told you that the numerical factor 8 is dimensionless, so this is just a factor. It's gonna be there in the final answer, but do not mind it that much because it's a what can I say, a constant, and it doesn't change. So given the dimension of v as l, I'm gonna replace v as l, which is equals to this 1 over 8 has been there. I will just write it as 1 over 8. You can omit this as long as your calculations are going to be correct. P, it's what we are looking for. It's not given, so you write it as p. What is x? X is given as l over t because l is for v, then this is for x, then t is for t. Okay, so we replace x as what? As l over t. Okay, multiplied by t squared. So the dimension of t is t, because t is squared, we're gonna put that square there. Okay, now it's time for us to apply our mathematics. Okay, so applying our mathematics, this t here will cancel with the squared, so that we have only a 1t remaining. Okay, then I'm going to multiply the entire equation by 1 over l. When I multiply by 1 over l, this l will cancel this l will also cancel that l. So right now our equation looks like this: 1, because this l is cancelled, is equals to 1 over 8 p. Both of these are cancelled, so it is 1, and now we have t, pt. Now I'm going to multiply by 1 over t, multiply by 1 over t to get rid of this t. So t will cancel t. When I multiply by 1 over t with 1, the answer will remain as 1 over t, which is equal to 1 over 8 p. Okay, so as I said, this is just a constant, so it will be there. You could have just omitted it just to check what is p. So the dimension of p is this. If you want to make p the subject, you just multiply by 8. so that P is your like variable, like you write it in an explicit manner. That is the correct word. Write it in the explicit manner. Okay, so now this is your final answer here. Okay, now the next question to solve is question 5. A ladder leans against the wall and makes an angle with the wall of 28 degrees as shown in the drawing. What is the height h above the ground where the ladder makes contact with the wall? Okay, now here we have a right angle triangle. We have a right angle triangle. So just look at this point here, this and this as a right angle triangle. This is h, this is variable L for ladder. This thing they didn't write, I don't know why. We choose to disobey my orders. Okay, let's wait for it. Yeah, okay, it's 32 cents. So this is our variable L here. Fine. So which method can we use to solve this? Is it Newton's laws? Is it using trigonometry, or which method basically? So I think using trigonometric ratios is the best method, because we are given an angle, and I will advise you against converting to radians because your angle is given as degrees. Okay, now which trigonometric ratios have both the ladder and h, because those are the two information that we have. Nothing was said about the ground, even if we can use it, but nothing was said about it. Okay, so now we're gonna do what? Write the trigonometric ratio that involves the adjacent of the angle and the height, I mean the hypotenuse, the slant height. So that is a cos. Okay, so we're gonna have the cosine of theta is equals to your height over your hypotenuse, which is the ladder. Now the cos of 28 degrees is equals to your height and the ladder divided by the ladder, like this. Now if you want to make h subject of the formula, h is equals to, you multiply by L both sides, so you're gonna have L this side, then the cos of 28 degrees. Now if they were to give you the value or the height or the length of the ladder, you will have a numerical value of this solution. Okay, fine. The following problem 6, clearly it will be forces. We deal with forces here, some of forces at a point, things like that. Okay, there's another subtopic that you need to understand in order to solve this question, because they say unit vector. You need to understand what is a unit vector. Okay, now they say 3 forces act on an object as indicated in the drawing. Force F1 has a magnitude of 23 newtons and is directed 30 degrees to the left of the y-axis, 30 degrees to the left. Okay, so this is y-axis, 30 degrees to the left. We go to the left, then it's between these two lines. Okay, now force 2 has a magnitude of 16 newtons and points along the direction of x-axis. Okay, so when you look at this force, it doesn't have a y component. Its y component is 0 because it lies on the x-axis. Okay, now they say express the components of F1 and F2 in a unit vector notation. So what is a unit